Hi and welcome to Art Should Be Legal, a podcast about art and its place in an air fryer. Today is one of the loose ones where is I, first among equals, and of course my trusty lieutenant, Captain Elissa of the Redacted Guard. And Annie's not here because she is returning an item that she bought on Amazon, but it turns out she already had an item of that description that works.
She double booked to get away from us, and then the thing didn't run long enough, and so she invented a second reason to get away from us today.
Yeah, there was a second reason hit the podcast, and that is just, well, you know what's going to happen now, Elissa, and I have to say it. It's like with Imperial Japan. You have to say it twice or it really won't stick. Or I guess contemporary America, where you also really have to hammer home that point twice or no one really pays attention.
Yeah.
But we've watched the thing. We have watched the thing.
I mean, we don't need Annie's gigantic brain anyway.
I don't know. I think Annie's gigantic brain would have helped this show. Because as you can possibly tell, last time there was only two hosts. It was without the control of I.
Yes.
This time there might be too much control and not enough Elissa.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Personally, I just wanted to grab a person off of the street, but Elissa said no.
It's important that this board remains pure and that.
And then she unholstered her service weapon.
Our decision-making process is not being affected by outside influences. That's why we stay permanently sequestered.
Yeah, please holster your service weapon.
Yeah.
That we of course have. We all have service weapons because of course we are officers of the armed forces as well as Censors. Oh, good God! It's already off the rails. We have watched the thing. We have watched the thing.
Yes.
We've watched a sketch from a Swedish sketch comedy called Grotesco.
I'm learning so many things about foreign cultures.
Yeah. The sketch itself is called, in its Danish, it's called Bestefar og jeg, which loosely translates to Granddad and Me. And before we get too much into the subject matter, it is a sketch about a granddad and his grandson, but it's performed by Swedes speaking Danish, which is sort of derives a lot of its humor from. And of course, Elissa, you saw this. It's subtitled in Danish, which is extremely unhelpful to both Swedes and Americans.
Yes. Not a great situation for me as someone that doesn't speak Swedish or Danish. But I
don't think I am unsure if Swedish speakers are really helped by this.
I was able to get like 50% of it with my limited knowledge of those two languages. I was able to piece together about 50% of it. There's some of the longer words I had to look up, but like I was able to get enough that I was able to get the jokes and laugh at it.
I mean, that's amazing, and that's all that you really should get, or like the only thing you really need when you're watching, sketch comedy.
Yeah,
I've also watched some of the rest of the sketch comedy, and without being harsh or unsincere, I can safely say that it's derivative, and a lot of the content is just plain stolen out of that Mitchell and Webb look.
Oh, okay. So just watch that. It's a better show.
I wouldn't either. It's not, I wouldn't say better. I would just say different.
Oh, okay.
So it's more like there's like characters from that Mitchell and Webb look that have been stolen whole cloth and just made Swedish. Or sometimes they just speak English. Like a good third of the sketches are in English, and they're not great at making English jokes.
Oh, no.
So it's like, here's this joke about how the UN functions, and it's not funny.
Okay. I guess I'll take your word for it.
I mean, you can go back and watch it. It's a lot of it is on YouTube, which is another mistake. It should also be mentioned that this is a product of Swedish television, Swedish state television.
Oh, this is government comedy.
Oh, yeah, this is government TV. So if you're a taxpayer in Sweden, you paid for this.
Okay. And yeah, this is this is your comedy ration, right?
Yeah, this is the comedy that's being sort of metered out by a stern-looking matron.
Yeah.
You go with your plate and go, please, might I have some more? And then you're executed on that midway on the bridge between Sweden and Denmark.
Of course.
Of course, yeah, because of course, capital punishment is illegal in both. It's outlawed in both Denmark and Sweden. But if you do it right there on the middle of the bridge, what laws apply? Who's to say?
Yeah, well, it's like who are you in trouble with, really? Like it's kind of both, and it's kind of neither. So it's basically legal.
Yeah, and then an incompetent tall male cop from Sweden and a quirky cop from Denmark wearing a big knitted jumper are gonna try and work together to solve this crime. We really should watch Braun. It's great in that it's dumb. That's a TV. For another time, that's a TV series about a crime being committed at the midpoint between Sweden and Denmark, and they're fighting over jurisdiction. And supposedly it's good. I have not seen it.
Is it like a goof show, or is it something else?
Oh no, it's a dramatic crime show.
Oh, okay. It sounds like a funny setup.
I mean, kinda. I haven't watched it, so I don't know if
you get the dudes from the opposite sides together, and they're like, "Oh no, it's my crime scene." Everyone's like, "Oh no, it's mine." And then
it's like a fish out of water because the Dane talks, and the Swede just goes, "I'm from Stockholm, so I don't really speak to Danes. I don't understand what you're saying. What do you think this is, Skåne?" And then it's funny.
And then the commissioner is like, "You gotta work together. Your partner's on this one," except in a Swedish accent. Then they work together, and they solve crimes. They finish the one crime. They have to keep working together on international crimes, and it's kind of like Columbo, but with more making out.
There are 38 episodes.
Oh damn!
Good God. I'm just looking if there's there's some big names, some good names, like Kim Bodnia's in it. He's great.
I don't know who that is.
He was also in Killing Eve, a show you should also watch. Okay, back to the sketch comedy at hand. Granddad and Me.
This fucking extended conversation about Danish TV.
So this is what happens when we don't have the third part.
This is the importance of having three people here, because we balance each other out.
Yeah, but okay, in the sketch comedy, it's there isn't much of a plot. The plot is basically a granddad taking care of his grandkid, and they get into situations despite having been told by the kid's mother, don't do some silly shit, don't. I mean, it says don't conjure up something silly, which I guess it's meant to be don't go to get on your hijinks.
Yeah, don't cause any trouble.
Yeah, and a lot of the fun here is just having Swedes speaking Danish. That is part of why it's funny.
I assume this is how Danish people dress all the time too.
Oh yeah, they're all dressed like they're out of the 1960s.
Yes, yeah. They all. I mean, they just look like Germans. I'm gonna be honest. You people are just fucking weird Germans.
We're taller, prettier Germans. That's very accurate. Either way, they're Granddad and I. They're ready to have the best summer of their lives.
It's the story of a little boy and an old man.
Yeah,
what's not to love?
And one of the tropes that comes up in this, it's 2 minutes of comedy, which is also great.
We're going to extend this for half an hour, but it's a 2-minute sketch.
It is kind of funny because they're in bed and the kid says, "Granddad, I can't sleep," and the granddad says in a kind of in a grammatically incorrect way for Danish, says I can't either, and that's the recurring bit. And he goes I can't sleep, and he's like, "I can't either." And then they just laugh and do something else.
Well, you start out and they're doing the fucking, "This is going to be the best summer of my life."
And then it's cute.
Everyone's just like, "This is going to be the best summer of your life. And this is going to be the best summer of our lives." They're just going around doing this bit.
Yeah. And then there's a bike where he's like, I can't, but Granddad, I can't bike. And Granddad's going like, I can't either. And it's just,
Yeah.
oh God. And of course, the penultimate scene of him being in the water going, Granddad, I can't swim. And the Granddad just smoking a pipe on the pier saying, I can't either.
Yeah, just wistfully standing there smoking on his pipe, watching his grandson drown.
Let me share you the wisdom of my people. I can't swim.
Is there like a specific thing that they're riffing on here? Because there's the bit in here where they're like talking about it being based on a book.
I think that's just one of the usual tropes of movies, just being like, oh, this is based on this children's novel or something. It has sort of undertones of Astrid Lindgren. Lindgren? However you're supposed to say it in English, the author of Pippi Longstockings and other such tales.
Oh, okay.
It's idyllic, it's in the country, and it's cute, and then it's twisted.
And then as the kid goes under the surface of the water and doesn't come back up, the grandpa just keeps standing there watching him, and we get the title card come in.
It is sort of, and that is where the sketch should have ended. But of course, they're Swedes, so they don't know how to do sketch comedy quite right. Yeah, no. So instead of just going, okay, title drop, and then the sketch ends, because that would be that it ended in an amazing place. There's like a little end scene where the kid wakes up and he's surrounded by people in a jungle. I don't know.
Yeah, and he's so excited he breaks out into song.
Yeah, I don't get it. I desperately don't get it.
I think it's just supposed to be dumb. I think think that's the joke.
Yeah, which honestly, I respect that. I like comedy this is just dumb bullshit. Please don't compare me to dumb bullshit. Please don't put in the comment section that this podcast is dumb bullshit.
You could say that I'm dumb bullshit. I am pretty much dumb bullshit. Okay. I am responsible for most of the dumbest things that happen on this podcast.
Yeah, but you have many talents, chief amongst which that you can stand to cut together all of the voices and the pieces. I couldn't. I would never be able to stand that bullshit. Anyway, what do you think of this piece of Swedish comedy?
I think that this is just like a documentary about Denmark. I assume that's what this is.
Oh yeah, my childhood was like this.
This is what your childhood on the one hillside in Denmark, I think.
Yeah, and like a little red painted house, which classically is very Danish.
She's shaking her head no.
Yeah, no, the red painted houses is a Swedish thing.
Okay.
Yeah, like the Swedish countryside, it's all painted red.
Why is that?
Oh, for historical reasons, because it used to be that paint was the cheapest paint.
Now that's
it's something to do with iron ore.
Swedish to me.
Yeah, and so everyone's house was just red, and now it's just sort of stuck.
I thought this was good. I learned a lot about your country, and that's so valuable.
Yeah, and really that's what we're going for here on this podcast is cultural enrichment.
Yeah. This is
wait, it's censorship.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
I think this is important because we have an old guy here watching a child die, and that tells you two important things. One, don't trust old people. And two, children will just kill themselves. And they need to be kept on leashes. They need to be kept indoors. They need to be kept away from things. They should be
maybe that pond should have been fenced in.
Yes.
I think that's the law in Australia, that you have to like fence in your not your ponds. pools.
What the fuck is going on in Australia?
Well, the thing is, they don't want children to drown in pools, and so they make you fence them.
If the children don't drown, how will they learn to swim?
Under supervision? That would be my choice anyway. I mean, regardless of this, I enjoyed. I've watched this many times, of course, being Danish, and so just watching it again, it's always nice.
I don't know if it's funnier or not that I like have to work to understand any of the dialogue, and so it's like I have to. It's 2 minutes long, but it takes me 5 minutes to watch it. Maybe it takes me 3 minutes to watch it, but it's like trying to piece it together as it goes. And then when I find a joke, it's like, it's a joke and I understood it. Ah!
Yeah, the joy of learning languages.
Yes.
Of course, we do also reach. Do we on these little bits where it's just two of the censors present? Do we still ban things? Did you ban something in?
Yeah. Last time we decided that we were going to ban Zubas, but keep the Zubas Wikipedia page and its history. I think for this one, the big questions are this sketch and also Swedish comedy more generally.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think the Swede should be...
Because surely we won't need to review any further Swedish comedy to make a determination.
No, I imagine this is sort of the template that it all follows.
Yes, yeah. I assume it's all exactly this.
Yeah, I think we should start with the big picture and say, like, Swedish art as it stands, I would say I would let them keep cooking because it's harmless. It's like, it's good fun.
Yeah, I think it's good that like nobody outside of Sweden has to see any of this, right? You have to go looking for it to find it. And that means they're not hurting any like actual people.
Yeah, there's this quirk of the Scandinavian languages that they're sort of intelligible between them. So I understand enough Swedish to understand Swedish jokes and things of this nature, and the same for Norway. But it is contained inside of the Scandinavian bubble.
Oh yeah.
Which I mean is great because like if a German got their hands on this, it's game over.
Okay, so we should specifically ban Swedish comedy outside of the Scandinavian bubble.
Oh no, I think they have very effectively sort of self-contained. They've self-censored by choosing to make it in Swedish or Danish, as it were.
Okay, well you know what that's basically what we're all about here. I feel like.
Yeah.
They've already done the heavy lifting of the censorship. It seems like this state-run comedy thing, it's a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Of course, the state should be in the power of all media.
Yes, of course.
Now,
we need to make sure that the media is safe. Perfectly safe at all times.
Perfectly
no
safe.
Sharp edges.
So, as for this current sketch, I mean, I know one thing I would change, absolutely. I would cut out the last bit where it's sort of like, it needs to go title drop, end.
Yeah.
It doesn't need an epilogue.
That's true. The singing bit is kind of overwrought. It feels too cliche, even for something that is playing off of like cliches.
Yeah, and also like a two-minute piece of media should not require an epilogue. I can perfectly keep in my mind everything that happened in that sketch.
Yeah.
It's like reading a pamphlet and then you have a summary at the end of the pamphlet that sort of summarizes the content of the pamphlet that you just read.
I don't know, that sounds pretty good if you're trying to understand it though, right? Like what if you have questions?
You could just watch it again. It's very brief.
I guess. But maybe we should say that this needs to be distributed with a pamphlet.
Oh, right. Like a little language guide.
Yeah.
No. That would break the Scandinavian containment. We can't have that.
Yes, it would.
That would be supremely dangerous.
Okay, so we need to make sure that this does not get distributed with.
Yeah, exactly. Or alternatively, it has a pamphlet, but the pamphlet is wrong in ways that sort of softens the blow of the Scandinavian-ness. Yes. We really should have made a pamphlet for the Green Butchers, but that's too late. That ship has sailed.
Yeah, it's too late now.
That human has been sealed in a freezer and chopped into pieces, and so does chicken.
Yeah, so I think what we do is we publish a pamphlet and all the information in it is wrong, and it makes this harder to understand. We tell people that these two are in some kind of business arrangement. They're gentlemen lovers. I don't know.
I guess, but that might send the wrong idea. Maybe it just needs to be like slight misinformation. Like,
Okay.
oh no, that's his granddaughter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the pamphlet gives you a knowing look.
Yeah.
I don't think we can make it to 30 minutes. I'm going to be brutally honest here.
We're absolutely not making 30 minutes. I wouldn't worry about that. But I think these two will have a really good time starting some sort of fishing business together. And of course, it all goes wrong when the boat sinks, and that's why the kid drowns.
Yeah, because they can't swim.
Yeah. Because Danes can't swim?
I think the joke is more that the granddad can't swim. Like,
well, we've established that Australians can't swim. Is he Australian, maybe?
I think it's more to play off of the joke of they're equally, like, the old man is as incompetent as the child.
Is this a Danish thing?
No, it's just a joke. It's just supposed to be funny. Don't do this to me. Do not do this to me, Elissa. I know she's not here, but like I can't. Don't make me unclasp my service weapon.
There's nobody around to stop me from just messing with you.
And I think on that note, this has been art should be illegal, and maybe this podcast should also be legal when there's only two people on it. Good God.
Yes, another successful, terrible, fake episode that we can put out there somewhere on a day when we don't feel like editing a real episode.
Yeah. Is there any way we can help Annie in her future purchases so this doesn't happen? Is there a way can we safeguard her against herself?
Well, the main problem here was that she didn't understand how outlets work. And so it caused her to repeatedly buy new devices that she didn't need.
She should have bought an electrician.
Yeah. So I think what we need to do is explain basic concepts of, contemporary life to Annie, such as try a second outlet before throwing your...
Maybe we should get her employer in on this, as she's working in her job as a... she really needs to know how outlets work. I feel like it would be very important.
Yeah. She's... it's hard to see how she's able to accomplish the daily requirements of her job as a... without knowing like how to plug something in. But here we are.
Absolutely. Well, the thing is, it's even worse that because she plugged something in and then decided it wasn't worth waiting a minute to see if the item worked.
Yeah, that's another issue.
Is Annie okay?
She might not be.
We should ask her. We might have to ask her. I'm not going to make that joke. That has been neatly.
That is too far. I think that's our episode.
Yeah, that's the episode.
That was the perfect closing point.
We did it, and end local recording.
See ya.